Happy July, everybody. Good morning from, I might be morning when you're watching this, but it's morning here. I've got Goose. I don't know if Goose is going to say hi. Do you want to say hi, Goose? This is Goose, everybody. He's new to us. I guess he kind of knows the camera, but hasn't done a video yet, so maybe he'll go running by. And I hope everybody's having a great summer. I'm coming to you a little late. It's been a busy month, and coming off the Lavender in the Village Festival this weekend. And I wanted to just share a few things from that. It was a great experience. It was nice to be among people who are happy and out having a good time. And I've realized one major thing is just that Lily, I'm gonna take that away. She's like the kid, you know, children should be seen and not heard. Well, Lily thinks should be heard and not seen. And the one thing I've really been thinking about is that life hands us so many distractions and things that are not necessarily positive. Lily, give that to me. Lily, come here. Give that to me. That are not necessarily positive. And like Lily right here, this is a prime example. It tries to distract us and what we need to do, what we want to do, whatever that may be. And so I think that a lot of what it is just learning to deal with these, and I hate the word deal, it sounds like a deck of cards. So perhaps cope with these distractions and learn ways to not let them derail us, and learn from what they might be teaching us. Maybe we do need to make a change in our lives. I mean, I just see so many things that aren't working, so maybe it's time to make changes. But I just wanted to say about the Lavender Festival, it's I really haven't had the La Palma dresses. This is a slip dress, a little different, has a shelf bra on it. It's an easy, I call it, you know, one of those easy breezy dresses. The La Palmas are the one I really call that, but this one as well too, because there's no ties. It's actually you know, just straps, and they're sewn in. And but it was one of the first times I've really had those out, and they did really well, and it was really fun. My experience in retail was with Eddie Bauer many years ago in college at Christmas time. Mostly, I remember like Christmas Eve, and a man would come in, you know, this is the late 80s, a man would come in, or early 90s, I mean, and he would come in, he needed to buy his wife a gift and be trying to help somebody. You don't even know her, you don't know these people, to pick out a gift, and usually they usually didn't buy what I suggested. So it was really my own experience. But you know, I created Shell Summer because I couldn't find what I liked, and I do still know that it's really hard to find good clothes that are made well, that are nice, that look good on us. And so it was really fun to be with people, women, and you know, to help them pick something out. Not everybody bought something, but maybe planted a bug in their ear. You know, some women were afraid to buy. You could tell that, like, oh, where will I wear this? But there's also this fear that we have of doing something new. You know, we have all these things in our closet that we think looks good, and then we don't wear it. But then the other side of that is that we have things that maybe we're just afraid to wear it, to try something new. It's like with the bags. You know, I know that people sometimes don't buy the bags, like, well, what if I won't carry it? What if I won't use it? Well, that's part of the challenge of life, is to go out and wear new things, to carry a new bag, to try something new, because as we get older, we face less those kinds of challenges. You know, we get comfortable with the way things are. And so if I had something to suggest to you over the next month, as we get into August and the end of, you know, the latter half of summer, I don't want to say summer's almost over, is to really think about that. You know, what can I do in my wardrobe that makes me happier to go out? And especially as we are out more than we were, you know, I think we got really lazy being home. You know, I found dresses in my closet. I'm like, oh, I have more than this. I made these things and I have more in them because I haven't gone anywhere. And so this morning, I also want to share with you a couple of bags that I had made recently. And Goose obviously wants to be part of this. This is the Chenille Take Everywhere bag, the most recent one. This was a bedspread that I got in Desert Hot Springs, California, outside of Palm Springs. The woman worked in the movie industry, and that was her vacation house, although I really couldn't understand. I was out in the middle of the desert, but I guess if you worked in Hollywood and you just wanted to get away from the hubbub, it was at least quiet, but it was just really hot. And this is another favorite. This one I just made. There was a very similar one that I believe it's down, I know it is, it's down at Tiny Grocer in Albuquerque. It's a little different style because it's one of the earlier ones I made. I was still doing the round here, putting the handles in differently, but this was this is upholstery fabric, and it was on outdoor furniture in the estate sale. I still remember this house. I could tell you where it is. And the one thing was the pool was empty and the ivy growing in the pool. And that's what I remember. I actually have a picture of that because I thought that'd be great to paint one day. And the third bag is just a fun, well, I think it's fun. These were curtains, very retro, very 50s floral pattern. You see a lot of this, and I really, when I can find these, I definitely pick them up. And then one last thing I would like to share today. Yesterday, I hadn't had time to sort of unpack the things I'd gotten in a estate sale last week, and I finally got to unpack from the boxes and launder them. And I had two fabrics. My friend Bonnie, who has long died, but that's what we used to do. I would go to her house and we would sew together, but the first thing that she would do was she always called it show and tell, you know, as if we were back in elementary school, and she would show me what she was working on or what she was doing. And so this fabric here, I have a whole lot of this. This is just a piece of it, but this is a really great piece. And the other thing is in the selvage, which is the side, the selvage, and I think FedEx is down the street. I don't think they're at my house today. But it says 1970, so it's even more fun to know what year it's from. And I also wanted to share this one, and I know what I'm going to do with it. I'm not going to say, because to tell all of you would be the kiss of death, and it would never get done. That's why I hardly ever share what's in process until it's actually made. I also have this one, which I really like as well. There's just something about this one that, I don't know, it's got like a zen feel to it, but I like that turquoise. My mother would call it aqua, but it seems like we don't use the word aqua anymore. We call everything turquoise these days. We don't even use light blue. It's turquoise. So I hope all of you have a great end of the month, and I will see you in a couple of weeks. Have a shell-tastic day and a shell-tastic month.